Did you hear? There's a new concealer on the market. It's from Danessa Myricks, and you're going to hear all about it today with me, Rebecca. I am a over 20-year veteran of fashion and beauty journalism. I've worked with some of the biggest names in the industry, and I formed Not Fit for Print Beauty here to give you a sort of digital beauty magazine to figuratively flip through every day or so here on YouTube. All right, let's get started. Danessa Myricks does masterful things with complexion, so I was very excited to try her new concealer. I have two shades here. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Hydrating Concealer with hyaluronic acid and caffeine. They are $32 each and come in 20 different shades. I picked up shade 4 and shade 6, and it is what I'm wearing now. This is about 2 hours in, and I'm going to try to let it go all day, and we're going to do as many little check-ins throughout the day as I can come back and pop on camera to do. Okay, this is medium to full coverage. Skin loving, Danessa Myricks calls it. Kind of an all-over concealer. You can use this in a few different ways. It's a serum hybrid, so it kind of smooths and corrects, and Danessa Myricks says it's lifting. Those of you who are not really familiar with my channel will know that I have a little thing called a concealer spectrum, and I am going to put this on the concealer spectrum. We'll get to that in a moment. As usual, Danessa Myricks is very innovative, meaning that she is self-taught, she doesn't go by rules, she loves to experiment. So very much in her name, this is innovative. So you can use this as a typical concealer, underneath your eyes or to brighten, or over a blemish. But you can also use it all over, which is what we're going to do today, because it's matte. So it kind of, if you use enough of it and kind of connect the dots, you almost get like a little bit of a thin foundation that's still giving you coverage. We're going to do that today, and that's what you're seeing here 2 hours in. You can retouch little areas. You can contour if you go for a deeper shade, or you can even go shade lighter. That will kind of be lifting to your skin. There's a bunch of different ways to use this, and trust me, Danessa Myricks probably uses it in many more ways than that. She is, as I always say, quite the magician. Okay, what does this feel like? Well, let's take a look at the container first. It's actually quite cool. Okay, so we've got that Danessa Myricks kind of brass color, and we've got this skinny little, it's a cute little thing, isn't it? And then the doe foot looks a little bit like this. It's actually got a really nice shape to it. Super easy to use. Isn't that nice? Okay, this is medium to full coverage. Let me explain a few things. I'm so sorry if you've been with my channel for a while and you've heard this before. That's why there are timestamps. So I learned long ago, when I was describing concealer to someone, people like types of concealers. So if you relate it to a type of concealer it is like, people will like that. Or that it isn't like. You understand? So I made this kind of spectrum of concealers. There's coverage and there's feel. This has a medium full coverage, but the feel is kind of a light medium because it's a serum, okay? So it feels different than its coverage amount. Its coverage amount is definitely medium full, but it feels nice and light, but it's very matte. This is a lighter feel than the Haus Labs, but the same type of coverage. So it's that full to medium coverage, but it's a much lighter feel than the Haus Labs. It is on par with the Tower 28, the Say, and the Mario. It feels like those, but has a little bit more coverage and is a little bit more matte. For a while, the concealers that we were seeing were very glowy. The Charlotte Tilbury concealer was glowy, even had little kind of looked like almost glittery specks in it. We could say the same about Natasha Denona. They were really creamy. We saw Tarte release one like that too. They were kind of glowy. This is interesting in that it's completely matte. Now you're going to see what I've paired it with, I'll just give it away now, is this kind of Yummy Skin Serum that Danessa Myricks did quite a few seasons ago, just to give it some lift. Whenever I'm putting anything matte on the face, I like something a little bit glowy underneath. And so what's nice about that is it's a bit of a change. I think this is also really nice for the summer and the warmer fall months because we have these really glowy cheeks that we're all doing right now. So it's kind of nice to have something that isn't adding to that glow. I like that this is matte and can be all over the face. It just gives you a base to work with personally, I think, and I like the break from the glow. And those of you who have a slightly oilier complexion will probably agree with that. So far, we are 2 hours in and it's looking good. But I'm going to go ahead and do a 4-hour wear test, and then I'm going to let it go as long as I possibly can. From there, again, this is $30 and comes in 20 shades. I'm going to put this question as well over on our Facebook group. Helen is running a Facebook group for this channel. It's really great, and I have the information on how to get to it. We're at almost 200 members, so we got to get to 200. Maybe you can be the 200th. And it's just a lot of fun. A lot of really good, nice people talking about really cool makeup. I also run a membership myself. I run over here on YouTube, and that contributes to purchasing all these things from the channel. It's less than $5 a month, and I would love to for you to join that and see you there. One last thing before we go to the demo and get some check-ins here. All of this will be down below in the description bar for purchase or perusal. And of course, if you are not yet familiar with YouTube shopping, it's going to be cool icons that pop up here where available on the screen, and you can take a peek or shop from there even while the video plays. Just pretty cool. You might have seen that coming. All right, I want to go to the demo and then a bunch of check-ins. Okay, so stay right there. Don't forget to subscribe. It has been a while since I've done a wear test. And by a while, I don't really mean a while, but it kind of seems that way, you know, especially last year. My goodness. All I was doing was foundation and concealer. I've had a little bit of a break, so I feel refreshed. I want to do something really glowy because everything out there is glowing. Everything has the word glow in it. Glow, glow, glow. So I thought, since Danessa Myricks says that we can use this brand new concealer as kind of almost like, you know, patchy enough that it makes a whole face worth, I figured, you know, remember this glow serum of hers? It's a, glow serum. And it's kind of like a primer. Do you remember this? I remember really liking it. And I haven't worn it in a while. I'll put it in the description bar so you can check it out. And I thought, let's just put that on all over the skin, you know, because we're going to just let this roll. Oh, it has a nice scent to it too. Okay. It's been a while since I've used that too. And I really remember enjoying it. So, okay. So that's on and ready to go. Am I glowy? Yes, you are glowy, Rebecca. I know. Okay. Now, I have 2 concealer brushes so that we don't, you know, contaminate. And I have 2 shades of concealer. Frankly, both look too light, but that's okay. 4 and 6. So let's just do 4 under the eyes. Because Danessa Myricks does say you can get a power lift into using one that's a shade too light. Yeah, granted, she didn't say 7 shades too light. Let's see if this covers. Let's do one side. So what I have tried to do here is cover what I like to call, sing it if you know it, my dark pits of despair. Yes, they have their own theme song. And this is what I'm referring to. They're bare. They're out there in front of God and everyone on this side. And that is why I need, I don't know, lately I've been so tired and I'm kind of getting over sickness. This is the 4. I wanted to do light and bright. That I've probably needed concealer more than just for the dark pits of despair, but it's my thing, so I'm going with it. And this is the 6. It looks lighter than the 4, but it's not. So I'll put the 6 elsewhere, and I'm really using it quite liberally because she said, Danessa said, sounds like I'm tattling. Danessa said that I can use it this way. So let's go ahead and do it. And then I'll do the other side, either sped up or off camera or something. This is me polka dotted. Oh, I shouldn't have brought concealer brushes. This is a lot. What was I thinking? It's okay. All right, let's try around the eyes. Forgive, since I'm doing one side of the face, please forgive the polka dots, if you can, on the rest of my face. If you dare. Oh, look at that bright color's not bad. Oh. Well, hello, Ms. Myricks. I'm not saying it's the perfect shade. It's certainly brightened. You know, normally I wouldn't have polka dots all over my face. What do you think? There's the Dark Pits of Despair with the new Danessa Myricks concealer. And here it is without. I think I'm mighty pleased. Okay, let's do the rest of the face. Actually, these shades aren't so bad. I mean, they are definitely brightening. And I'm going to have trouble in the fact that since they're brightening and light and they're not all over my entire face, it's going to leave a little bit of a patchworky looking face maybe. But that's why I was trying to put the glow serum on under it, so it would just kind of all maybe blend together. And I think I maybe have been successful. What do you think? So I've got that glow serum everywhere. You know, that kind of primary glow thing, and from Danessa Myricks. And then this whole side, and this side has nothing but that glow on it. What do you think? Okay, I think I'm pretty impressed. All right, here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to speed up and do the other side. Same thing. I'm going to do 4. I keep checking the numbers. I'm going to do 4 around the eyes, 6 on the rest of the face, and then blend. And then I'll speed it up, guys. But then we'll come back and we'll take a look and see what we think, okay? Here we go. All right. What do you think? So there it is, kind of just on its own for a really summer matte makeup. That's why I put the dewiness underneath, just to give it a little bit of life and a little bit of a pick-me-up. What do you think? You know, I think I'm actually kind of impressed. Look at the dark pits of despair. Or as they're now called, what dark pits of despair? Look at my 10 hours of sleep over 7 nights. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put on a very little bit of makeup, just a little bit, because I really want this to be about testing out this concealer. And then I think I'll do the intro. Well, you know, we'll do some various different check-ins and then come back at the end, at the very end of the day, because I'm so busy today. I'm not going to be able to really check my makeup at all, so I'll put on a little bit and we'll do some various little check-ins, okay? Stay right there. 4 hours in here, just checking in a little bit, running around. I'm mostly in the house today. Just FYI, very little makeup on. I did try, remember I did my Clinique, the Black Honey collection. Somebody asked me if the eyeliner would work well as a lip liner. I can't remember who it was. Identify yourself. But I went ahead and tried it. So with the Black Honey gloss. That is Black Honey eyeliner as lip liner. I don't know if it quite works, but it's kind of fun. Okay, but I digress because we need to get back to our brand new Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Hydrating Concealer. 4 hours in. Wow. I didn't powder. Why? Because we all have so many different types of powders. If I'm doing a powder review, that's one thing, but I'm not. And I don't know whether you're using Givenchy powder or powder from Revlon or, you know, powder from House Lab. I don't know what you're using, so I don't want to start that. I didn't powder, but it doesn't matter. This is not causing any sort of issue under my eyes. The dark pits of despair are still well hidden. Let's check out my allergies around my nose. I still have that kind of bronchial cough from my sickness. I'm not sick anymore, but I still have that. And, wow. Wowza. Okay, so this is 4 hours in, not creasing. I used it a little bit, pretty much like a foundation, with a nice glowy primer underneath, and I am not regretting that. It's matte with a little bit of movement. This is so pretty. So when Danessa Myricks first came out, I was like, she's the queen of really cool eye looks. And then she started doing all of this complexion, and I'm going, maybe she's the queen of complexion. Maybe she's the queen of many things. That's one check-in. I will, I filmed the intro already, so we had one check-in there, and I'll try to let this go another few hours. Okay. Okay, last check-in. We're at about 8.5 hours. I'm a tired lady, so let's go ahead and examine it and talk about it. Lipstick is pretty much all gone. Actually, looks like that liner kind of stood the test of time through eating and everything. Okay, I kind of like that liner. Let's take a look here. Nothing on the eyes. Wow. Wow, look. I mean, some of that dark purple, because I got a lot of it, I do have a lot of it, is starting to kind of want to come back through. But come on, 8.5 hours, and look underneath. I didn't powder, and it's almost like, you know, it kind of self-set, and it's looking really nice under there. Oh, wow, not settled into lines, hasn't budged, so any redness on my nose, especially because I'm sniffly lately, is not showing. Look at that! Not exaggerating pores. I got a little bit of that Danessa Myricks, that kind of glowy blush that she does in the pink. Here on the side, you'll see that in the description bar. And it's still, you know, because I had a little bit of concealer on there, it gave it a really nice... This is a beautiful concealer. Gosh, it's really nice. I don't know why I'm yelling at you. It's, it's really nice. Wow, I like it a lot. I think you should try it if you're looking for a good concealer. So remember, coverage of Haus Labs, but a lot easier to put on because the coverage is that kind of really high, medium, high. But it's really kind of nice and serumy to put on. A little bit lighter, like say a Tower 28, but more coverage than that. If you want to compare to any of your favorite, you can ask me down below. I'm happy to do that. I don't know why I have this weird knowledge of the thickness of concealers, but it's in my head, and I might as well do something with it. So if you do have one that you'd like me to compare it to, go ahead. And remember, it's matte, which is what makes it kind of fun and unique. I think the Tower 28 was matte. That's probably why I thought of that. So lots of good stuff to compare it to. And this is a really fun product. You're going to be seeing this in my description bar because I am going to be wearing this one. This is a very, very nice one. Kind of like the Fenty now that I think about it too. You know, Fenty had a brand new one that was just out. What was it called? We're Even? Was that it? That was nice, but I like this one even better than the Fenty, but Fenty was nice as well. Kind of reminds me of that though a little bit. Maybe it's the same type of formulation. I don't know. Let me know what you think. This is what makes us a community. I'm going to put the ingredients up here because I forgot to do that earlier. And I'd like to put ingredients up for my people who have allergies, migraines, all sorts of things. If you can't see it, just go ahead and freeze it on the screen so you can see it a little bit better, please. All right, I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. So let me know what you think about everything here. Remember, that's what makes us a community. Make sure that you share and like, and of course, subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.